Alright, y'all, so I am finally back. I'm sorry, it has been a lot going on. I'm gonna try to fit all of it into this one video without making y'all sit here for 20 minutes and listen to me talk. So I am officially 3 days out from being 4 months out from surgery. I should probably keep my hands on the wheel, safety. And at this point, again, my starting weight was 447. I was 396 at surgery. And I am 325. So I'm right at, about 120 total down, which I am quite happy about. And I can see the difference in a lot of stuff. I can see the difference in my face. I can see the difference in my clothes and my body. I can see the difference in my shape. I can see the difference in the attention to my shape. It's not so bad. But, yeah, so I think the last video, talked about how there had just been some issues going on, and, the gist of it is those got worse. So let's start with issue 1. So I was getting abscesses and things like that eventually developed. I'm really about to talk about this shit. That really developed into a fistula, which is essentially the canal that feeds the abscess from the internal to the outside that will not heal. And I had the pleasure of having that in just a very uncomfortable place. So after weeks of going back and forth with dealing with pain from that, dealing with hospital trips, I was told I had to have surgery. So 3 months out from my weight loss surgery, I get to have another surgery, which caused all types of anxiety. I am thankful to say that everything has been healing well. My doctor is expecting a full recovery, and she's really happy about that. So that's really all I'm going to say about that. If you want more info, we can talk about it. But yeah, it's just that was really, really hard to deal with. And so that kind of prevented me from being able to go work out. It prevented me from really being able to enjoy a lot of the stuff I was seeing, because I was almost constantly in pain. But I'm to the point where I'm only in pain maybe 2 days a week, which is a huge upswing from no days a week. Well, every day. Yeah. So the other thing that happened that sort of took place with that was, I remember being told right before my surgery that and those who go through weight loss surgery, they actually have a high likelihood of going into depression, and that happening, and it happening hard, and it happening without warning. So I was going in and out through that, and it was something that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want to talk about. I wanted it to go away. I wanted to know what was wrong and what was causing it. And especially with my line of work, it's just okay, well, what's causing it? Let's fix it. And I talked about this before, how you can get to a point where you feel like you're dealing with it on your own, even when you're not. It just feels like it. So to know that I'm going through all of this and not wanting to feel like I'm complaining to people, or that I'm misdiagnosing myself, or I'm really just concentrating too hard on it. That was really hard. And so thankfully before surgery I had already begun seeing a counselor regularly, and we began talking about it, and just ways to work through it, and it's something that she's monitoring. But that part was hard because I didn't really expect to experience that. I'm a fairly happy, bubbly, the glass half full, ooh, thank you, I even have a glass on my table type chick. So that was really difficult to try to go through. And there are some days where it creeps back up and I have to try to figure out, is this coming from what's going on around me, or is this really just something hitting me out of nowhere? And I try to be aware of it. I try to make sure I'm talking to people around me. I have one person who I know, as soon as I call her, she's gonna make sure that I'm laughing about something. So it's just trying to, when I feel it, get acknowledge, okay, this is what I'm feeling, and that's okay, but we don't have to stay here. And that's so much harder said than done. It's hard. It's just hard. But the point is that it's trying to go through that. And I can't lie and say that all of the pain and stuff that I was going through, all of the issues that I was having prior, that really did aid in it, and just it did a number on me, and it was just more than I was expecting. So that's it for the sort of difficult, well, no, not really. As you guys see, I kind of don't have hair anymore, which was planned but unplanned. I anticipated, based on what everyone was saying, the hair loss to come. And I knew that it was going to depend on how much protein and how much biotin and, all of that. But there was definitely going to be a period where there was going to be at least some excessive shedding. My shedding took a huge toll. It decided that it was going to come out, in handfuls almost. So I intentionally decided to go natural before I was having the surgery. I started going through that process and knew it was going to be a process, and tried to prepare myself for it. I really wasn't prepared. It just, there was nothing that prepared me for it, because I started to get to the point where I was really insecure about my hair, because I had never had thinning edges. It had never just always constantly looked like it was going through a struggle. So 2 days ago, 2 days ago, I got my hair cut, and it was shorter than I expected it, but I am in love with it, 1000%. So, and everyone has been extremely complimentary on it, and I'm in love with it, and I'm looking forward to that change. But